Here's just the beginning awareness that we use in the Bones for Life process called bicycle stabilizing the hip. And so just stand comfortably. If you need support, you can stand by a wall. If your hips are very challenged or your balance is challenged, you could stand beside a wall and just let your one hand touch the wall for support. Or if you need some other support, let your hands be light on that support if you need it. And if you don't need support, then just stand and notice your standing to begin with. Notice your willingness to stand. Ask yourself if this is an area of focus, your hips, is there any complaint that's reaching your attention, any challenge? And when you're ready, just shift your weight a little bit into your right foot and back to the center and find whatever is a comfortable distance. It's not shifting way over and pushing your hip out. You're just shifting your body weight down into that foot and then back to the center. And then just shift your body weight into the right foot and back to the center. And just notice that. Notice your willingness to accept that. How familiar is that orienting into the right foot? And then once that's clear to you, then you're just going to shift into the left foot and back. And just try that a few times. Shift into the left foot and back. And notice how that is. Let your eyes be out in front of you. Notice if you have the tendency to look down. Take an easy breath and just notice your shifting and how that feels from side to side. And then once you've taken a little time with that, then you're going to shift into the one side. I'm shifting into my right side. And if you imagine your heel bone at the back of your foot, it's your calcaneus, this big round bone that you feel takes the pressure when we put our heel down. And we're going to shift into that right foot. And here's your pelvis in space. And you're just going to begin to take your pelvis around your heel in a circle. So I'm taking my pelvis is parallel to the floor, all right? And I'm just taking my pelvis in a circle around my heel. It's not a big circle. It's not moving your hips all around. My heel is right under me. So I'm just doing a small circle around the heel. And notice that. Notice, it's challenging for me to be smooth and talk. Notice as you make that little circle with your pelvis, your heel is fixed. Acknowledge how different this is than the orientation of walking, where our foot is coming away from the floor or the ground and our hip is stable. But in this case, we're stabilizing our foot and we're taking our pelvis around our heel bone. And notice the quality of that circle for you. Is it smooth? Are there little places on that circle where you feel a jerky place? Maybe your circle is less of a circle. Maybe it's an oval like this or an oval like that. And all your intention is right now is just to notice what is you. So circling around the heel, feeling that orientation, and when you spent a little time with that, not just because I'm saying it, but when you're ready, then circle in the opposite direction. So generally we choose our patterns and our ways of ease that we're habituated to. So notice what it's like to circle in the opposite direction around that heel. Keep it small. It resists the urge to turn it into a big body movement, and just let it be small and easy. And notice when you go in this opposite direction around your heel, where are the smooth places in this direction? Where are the places where it might be jerky or uneven? And just make a note of all of that. And when you've spent some time with that, don't be in a rush, then you're just going to do the same thing on the other side. And you just start in whatever way feels naturally, circling your pelvis around your heel bone. So not around your whole foot, not a big sideways moving of the hips, but just taking your pelvis around your heel. It's almost like you had a pendulum that was fixed to the floor, as if gravity could be reversed, and the pelvis is the bottom of the plumb line, right? Like moving in space, and you're just feeling, what's my circle around the heel on this side? And you try whatever direction comes first for you, and then you take time to just explore the opposite direction. And you can even do just this part of the process and begin to see changes. So after you spent a little time with it, being casual and curious, super curious about your jerky places and your smooth places, and taking time around the jerky places, as if with your gentle movement you could sand out that jerkiness just by traveling through in the easiest possible way. So when you spend some time with it, then you just come back to your standing, whether you're supported or not, and just notice your standing, and then just easy shift into the one side and shift back. Just that first awareness that we did at the very beginning, shifting into the one side and back. And just from that little unusual movement of having the foot fixed and the pelvis moving around the heel, as yourself, do you notice anything different? And I think this is a good example of how when we learn movement processes, sometimes we get caught up in like, oh, I don't have time for that because it's an hour. Nope. We can just take little bits and pieces of these processes. All we really need is motivation and curiosity, tremendous curiosity and patience around the details of awareness that come up. That's it.